G'day everyone, how's it going? It's Jackson. Welcome to the first Endeavour set for 2026. So as always, you know the drill. Time codes will be in the description for if you just want to jump ahead to one Endeavour that you're looking for, or if you just want to skip stuff. So this set here is pretty damn good. The only one I wouldn't really bother with is the dealing damage in PvP areas, because this is actually to players. So there's not going to be that many players compared to enemies where they're basically just everywhere in a zone. So yeah, I just think this one's way easier. And these three here you can do, you don't need enemies, you don't need players, you can just do these basically as soon as you log in without needing to worry about like what's going on in the outside world. So I do ultimates, crafting with provisioning, and casting active skill styles. These three are really easy, and yeah, just you basically do these as soon as you log in. Alright, so I'm going to start with ultimates. Obviously you can just cast any ultimate you got, but there are ultimates which you can sort of cheese this Endeavour with if you have a cast time on them. So what happens is, if you have a ultimate with a cast time and you cast it and then you immediately block, it will cancel the ultimate. You'll get your ultimate cost refunded, and it will still count for the Endeavour. So what you can do is just cast it as many times as you want, as many times as the Endeavour needs. Also counts for the weekly Endeavour too, so it's really good. So there's a lot of ultimates in this game that have a cast time. Firstly, I'll just show you what you need to do if you want to get some ultimate back, so if you just accidentally use it all. So light attacks give you ultimate gradually, as well as blocking. So the two things you want to do is just light attack and block. And you'll see my ultimates going up there. There are other things. Nightblades are a unique one. They have Soul Harvest. If you have this and you kill an enemy, you get 10 ultimate back every enemy killed. So if you have a Nightblade with Soul Harvest, just go and find a shit ton of enemies, just kill them, and basically you'll get Soul Harvest straight away as soon as you do that. Now, Soul Harvest is also a cast time ultimate, so you can use this one for that purpose. The Dawnbreaker, Soul Harvest, the ones that are non-class related, there's two. So you've got Dawnbreaker here, which requires level 10 in Fighters Guild, and then you've also got in Dual Wield at max level. You've got Lacerate. This is easier to use than Dawnbreaker because it has a cast time of 0.5 seconds. So the longer the cast time, the easier it is to use it, because you can block with it. Like, you've got more of a window to block before it actually works. As far as classes go, there are some classes with some really good ones. I think the best class in the game for this is Sorcerer, because in Stormcalling you have Overload. This has no cast time, but it's actually a toggle. So what you can do is just cast it and then recast it, and that will do it once, and then recast it again, and that just does it twice. It doesn't cost you any ultimate to keep toggling on and off. The only time it uses ultimate is if you light attack or you just use it in any way. But yeah, this is the best one. Wardens also have a really good one under the Animal Companion skill line with Feral Guardian. This has a cast time of 2.5 seconds. So you have all that time to block before it gets casted. And if you fuck that up, even then, you can just go into your character menu, right-click on the bear icon, and it'll remove it. So you can just do it again. So those two are the best. But Nightblades have a couple with cast time. Templars have one. This one over here. And yeah, that's it. Necromancer, Arcanist, and Dragonites don't have any, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, Warden, Animal Companion, Sorcerer, Stormcalling. If you can get them to level 12, those skill lines, you're all good. It's pretty damn easy. Alright, next up, crafting with provisioning. So the way I do this one here is I buy a couple of level 1 recipes, and then I go to an area which has there's a bunch of bananas and apples that spawn, and you can just keep grabbing the apples and bananas as many times as you need. They can respawn every time you leave and come back, and it's not stolen. It doesn't give you a bounty, so it's really easy to use regardless of how far you are in the game. Now, the only prerequisite for this is to go to any chef in the game and buy a recipe, either baked apples or banana surprise. You can get one, you preferably get both, because this does come up in the weekly endeavors. It just came up last week. Oh, sorry, is it still this week? Sorry, it's been a bit going on. Yeah, it's still this week. So this one does come up in the weekly, and I do the exact same thing for that. So just go buy these ones here. Now, they do cost 270 gold each to buy the two baseline ones. If you need some gold for this, I advise you look in the description for the tutorial video for just like earning a bit of gold. It's very easy to use that setup. It just takes a little bit of time, but it's a one-time purchase, and then you never have to worry again. In terms of your items that you need to craft some items with provisioning. There are bananas and apples at this location here in Oridon. So this square-shaped pier here is all you need. So you've got some apple baskets over here and in the boat. And then over here, you've got the tray with some bananas and apples in it. So just grab some of this stuff here, go to the cooking fire right here with your newfound recipes, go to food, fruit dishes, and you'll find them both here. So I just craft a couple of these, and then that's the endeavor done. Now, it is worth pointing out, I suppose, that there is a quest here you can do, which most of these quests are just like this. So if I look at this one, baked potato. Potatoes are a little bit more annoying to get than the other ones, but yeah, these recipes are like really low level. You craft these and then you hand them in and you get like just like a bit of gold and stuff. So yeah, you can do that too at the same time if you want, but it's not super important. So yeah, if you want to, like, if there's not enough stuff, if you get really unlucky and there's like nothing here, leave the zone, come back, and everything should come back, and you should be able to loot some of these baskets and stuff. The quickest way to do that is to go to Imperial City, queue for that, go in, go out the door, and come back, and it'll just bring you straight here, except everything will actually get reset. That's usually what I do. If not, just go to the Wayshrine, leave and come back here, and everything should reset. For the long road, you'll probably want to get the chef passive, like, points into this one here as much as you can, just for the weekly endeavors, because it means you need less items each time to get 30 items, because what this does is just increase the amount you get per cooking, like per recipe you cook. So baked apples, with one apple you'll get 2, 3, or even 4, and in that case you only need a few apples to be able to do like 30 items at once, which is what the weekly requires. So yeah, get this if you can. It helps in the long run. Casting skills with active skill styles. So all this is just reskin skills. So if you go to your skill lines, as an example, Vigor here, you've got this icon. This here is a reskin, is an active skill style. So all you need to do is just unlock one of these, and then you can just cast that a bunch of times, and that's basically it. Now the two easiest ones to get in the game are related to the scribing questline. So the first one you'll get is in the Soul Magic skill line. It's Soul Trap. Now, everybody's got this skill unlocked immediately. You get Orchid Purple by completing the second area of Scribing. Very easy quest, takes like a few minutes. You don't even have to fight like the tier 1 boss that spawns. Like, you just fucking ignore them. You might have to fight like a Atronach or two, but that's like kind of it. Now, with this one here, just make sure it'll start off looking like this with the paintbrush here. You just click this, and then the paintbrush here will be active. That's how you know a skill style is active. Now, if you want to find this quest to do, you need to go to this location in Deshan. It's not the only location, but this is the most easy one to reach, in my opinion. So what you can do is these home tours. Now, I know most people are familiar with this. If you're not, just a quick explanation. There's basically just having a bunch of extra wayshrines on it. It's really helpful. In the description, there'll be a video that explains how these work, so just check that out if you don't know. But you can use Flaminix Deluxe Garay, or you can use Condom Indirelia. Both of these locations get you to this spot here really quick. So yeah, just come here. There'll be a big Breton dude that you can speak to, and he'll take you to the instance area that starts off the second area of scribing. And from here, you either just need Soul Trap with Orchid Purple. If you complete the whole questline for scribing, you'll get Vigor with blue as well, which is really easy to use. Vigor is better than Soul Trap because you can just cast this anywhere, but it just takes a bit more effort to get this one here, whereas Soul Trap you get it in like a couple of minutes. Now let me show you something that will make using Soul Trap easy, because that requires a target, so you do have to like go and find enemies. But if you get access to the Scholarium after completing the first quest, there's somewhere you can go to make this easy with that, so you don't have to go out and fight enemies. So entering the Scholarium, this will unlock as soon as you complete the first quest, second area of scribing. Just turn left down here, go down the stairs, down here, and there's a training room with a bunch of target dummies. Now obviously you can go to guild halls and do the same thing, but this is just a way without needing any player assistance. So all you do is just go to World, Soul Magic, just put Soul Trap on, just make sure this thing shows the Orchid Purple version, just go over and start casting it, and that's it. And yeah, you're just going to have to wait for it to end, and then combat will be, will stop It just takes a couple of minutes, that's all. Now sometimes this door will be, like, it won't, the open prompt will be grayed out. If that happens and you've just completed the first quest, just leave the Scholarium from the Wayshrine and come back, and it should unlock that door. Just sometimes it doesn't unlock automatically. But yeah, you only need to complete the first quest for that to actually be open. I've tested it out. If it's still closed, let me know. But yeah, in that case, just get a guild hall or something. Alright, so let's talk about enemies. Basically, like, go out into a zone, you'll find enemies all over the place, but I'll go through my two favourite. Dolmens are really good, because you'll get like probably 20 or 30 enemies to spawn from a single dolmen at a time, and these are basically always running in a zone. So, as soon as I close this pinion, the next one over here will spawn in approximately 30 seconds, and you can just keep doing them over and over. You get a pretty damn good amount of XP from doing these, especially if you have a build with all training traits, and all training traits on the weapons, and especially if you have Heartland Conqueror. You can get a lot of... that's one of my personal ways to grind a lot of champion points in this game, especially right now with the double XP event on. The only other way I personally like to do this, like, you can just go to public dungeons because they have lots of enemies in them. You can go to like Skyreach Catacombs or like Spellscar, stuff like that. Craglon's usually good because it's got shit tons of enemies everywhere. Same thing with the Delves. But I'll show you what I like to do because it's really convenient getting there and just leaving afterwards. So I like to use Resource 1. Reason for this is it's instanced, so no matter what's going on in the outside world, all the enemies in here will be spawned ready to go as soon as you enter, unless you do this with a group. But even then, if everyone like damages the skeevers here at the same time, it should all count for everybody. Because like I said, you don't actually need to like kill the enemies, you just have to deal damage to them a bit, and it should count. Even then, I'm pretty sure like most of the time, if you're in a group, like it still counts for everybody, I think. Oh goddammit, I just casted a skill style. Hold on. Everything's ready to go. So we've got 20 skeevers in this room. Now, all you need for this, you don't need any champion points. Like, I just want to show you a way to do this with like basically a new character. Because I don't even have any like proper gear here. I've just got like white shit. I'll show you where this on a Necromancer and a Templar, because both of these can do this basically like as soon as you start the game. Templar might be a little bit more difficult, but it's like... Get the morph one of the first skills, and that doesn't take very long. It's probably like a couple of minutes, you know. So, yeah, just one of these characters. So you either need, for Necromancers, just go Scythe. You can morph this to either one, whichever stat you use more, Stamina or Magicka. So yeah, what we want to do is just use a range attack to get all the Skeever groups together. I'll do the same thing over here. Oh yeah, oh, I don't have roll dodge. Whoops, need to rebind that. So yeah, just start using Scythe. And just, like, do a little bit of cutting, but not much, so you can hit as many as at once as you can. Yeah, try not to pull the crocodiles, because they're really tanky. You can deal with them, it just takes ages. What you can do is, you can kill those skeevers, and then, like, leave. And just like wait for those skeevers to respawn. That only takes a few minutes. Or you can go into these groups here, pull these enemies as well. Try and group up all the ranged enemies together like this, and then oops, come over here and just group them up like this and start hitting them with Scythe. Now, this is they have a lot more health than the ones in the skeevers, so you do have to be a little bit more cautious here, like all the damage you're taking. Try to block more, try to roll dodge. But yeah, mostly just waiting for your Magicka to come back. So yeah, there's another group down there, you can just do the same thing with them, and there's a group of skeevers there. So with this group here, what I would do is just pull them, and then run up the stairs. So what will happen is all the ranged enemies will go to one location, basically. And then you can just come down here, hit this group right here, and yeah, just start scything the shit out of them. And yeah, same rule applies. Just stick to the ranged enemies, and the melee enemies will just stay on them. Yeah. And there you go. So now we just go over to the skeevers, just scythe them down, and that's everything. So once you're done, just go out the door, and when you take him back out here, it'll go to the wayshrine that you travelled in from. So it's just really convenient for you. So you can see, yeah, we're in Glenumbra now. Alright, so to get here for the first time, again, you want to use home tours. It's your best friend in this game. So just use Gardener House, just come down here, up here. Either go over the bridge, go down here, over here you can jump down, or there's a way down with like a de-elevated section here. So you just unlock way restores, and then you can just travel here from a wayshrine anytime you're ready. So if you don't have a Necromancer, if you don't know, because it's like a pay-gated one, just use a Templar and do the same thing. All you need instead is Puncturing Strikes. Now, if you morph this to the Magicka variation, Puncturing Sweeps, that one heals as well. So it basically does the same thing as Scythe. The same thing, just slowly kite back, and yeah, just keep hitting these guys with your Puncturing Swipes, Puncturing Sweeps, Puncturing Strikes, whatever one you got. Now, another thing, if you're still struggling, use a magical weapon, Destruction Staff or Restoration Staff, and use heavy attacks, and that will get you back your resources. So instead of using like a physical melee weapon, because that gets back stamina. You could use the other morph of these for stamina in that case, but yeah, they won't. Only Scythe heals you in that case. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Alright, that should do it for Endeavours. You know the drill though. If you have any questions, give me a holler and I'll help you out. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. Hope your year goes well. Take care for now.